Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the How to Better English podcast, your go to place for building confidence in English conversations. I'm your host, and I'm so excited to be here with my co host for Real English Conversation Practice Challenge.
Hey there. Hey, listeners. I'm thrilled to be back. This challenge is getting more exciting every day, and today's topic is going to help so many of you keep those conversations flowing.
Oh, it's a big one. But before we get started, let's give a warm shout out to all our amazing listeners. If you're loving this challenge, please hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel, the How to Better English podcast.
Yes, please. And give this episode a big thumbs up and share it with your friends or anyone learning English. It helps us reach more people just like you.
It really does. So, how's your week going? I had such a fun weekend, and it got me thinking about today's topic.
Oh, nice. My weekend was great too. Lots of chatting with friends. And you're right, talking about the weekend is such a natural way to start a conversation, which leads perfectly into what we're discussing today, right?
Exactly. Today's episode is all about stop freezing in conversations. 5 tricks to keep talking. This is for anyone who's ever felt stuck or nervous in an English conversation and didn't know what to say next.
I love that. Freezing in conversations is so common. You're chatting and suddenly, boom, your mind goes blank. I've been there when I was learning French. It's like, what do I say now?
Oh, I know that feeling. I used to freeze all the time when I was learning English. I'd be at a party or a shop and my brain would just stop. But there are ways to keep the conversation going, and we're sharing 5 practical tricks today.
Awesome. And I'm guessing we'll do some fun role plays to show how these tricks work. Maybe at a party, since that's a place where freezing happens a lot.
You got it. We'll make it super clear with examples, and we'll share some stories from our own language learning struggles to show you're not alone. Ready to dive in?
So ready. What's the first trick to stop freezing in conversations?
All right, let's get started. Trick number 1, use fillers to buy time. Fillers are little words like like, or that native speakers use to keep talking while thinking. They're like a bridge to keep the conversation flowing.
Oh, I love that. Fillers are like a secret weapon. They give your brain a second to catch up without awkward silence. Why do they work so well?
Great question. Fillers make you sound natural because natives use them all the time. If you freeze and say nothing, it feels awkward. But if you say, let me think, it keeps the conversation alive. For example, at a party, you might say, I think I went to like a cool cafe last weekend.
That sounds so natural. When I was learning Spanish, I noticed people used stay a lot, like in English. It helped me relax. I'd say, este, I like this food, and it gave me time to think.
Exactly. I had a moment like that learning English. I was at a friend's house and someone asked about my hobbies. I froze, but then I said, I like love reading, and it kept the chat going. Let's try a role play to show this. You're at a party and I ask you a question.
Cool, I'm ready. Go for it.
Hey, what do you do for fun?
Using fillers, well, I like enjoy hiking. It's really relaxing.
That was perfect. The and like made it sound so natural. Listeners, try this. Say, I like to, watch movies. Pause the podcast and practice now.
And don't overdo fillers. One or two per sentence is enough. Too many, and you might sound unsure. Start with a short sentence and add an or like.
Great tip. Okay, that's trick number 1. Use fillers. What's trick number 2?
Trick number two is ask questions to keep the conversation going. If you're stuck, ask the other person something. It shifts the focus to them and gives you time to think. For example, what about you? What do you like to do?
I love that. Asking questions is so easy and it makes the other person feel important. Why does this help with freezing?
When you ask a question, you don't have to come up with a long answer. It keeps the conversation alive and you learn more about the person. At a party, if someone asks, "Where are you from?" and you freeze, you can say, "I'm from place, where are you from?"
So smart. I used to freeze when people asked me about my job. Then I learned to say, I'm a student. What do you do? It was like magic. The conversation kept going.
Let's try a role play. I'm at a party and you ask me something. I'll use a question to keep it going.
Hey, have you been to any cool places lately?
Yeah, I went to a beach last month. What about you? Any fun trips?
Oh, nice. I love the beach. That question kept the chat alive. Listeners, practice this. If someone asks you something, answer briefly, then ask, "What about you?" Try it now with, "I like coffee. What about you?"
And a tip, keep questions simple. What do you think? Or do you like that work? Great. You don't need perfect grammar, just ask something.
Perfect. I remember a party where I froze after saying, "I like music." Then I asked, "Do you like music?" And we talked for 20 minutes. Questions save the day. That's trick number two, ask questions. What's trick number three?
Trick number three is paraphrase when you forget words. If you can't think of the exact word, use simpler words to say the same thing. For example, if you forget restaurant, say place to eat.
Oh, this is a lifesaver. Forgetting words is a big reason people freeze. How does paraphrasing help?
It keeps you talking instead of stopping. Natives do this too. If they forget a word, they describe it. Like if you forget umbrella, you can say, the thing you use when it rains. It's not perfect, but it works.
So true. When I was learning English, I forgot the word jacket. I said, "the thing you wear when it's cold," and the person understood. It felt like a win.
Let's do a role play. We're at a party and you're describing something you forgot the word for.
Okay, using fillers and paraphrasing, I went to this place with lots of books, where you borrow books.
Oh, a library? That sounds cool. What books did you get?
See, I paraphrased library and kept going. Listeners, try this. Think of something you don't know the word for, like spoon. Say, "the thing you use to eat soup." Pause and practice now.
And a tip, use gestures or point to objects if you're stuck. It helps the other person understand your paraphrase.
Great advice. That's trick number three, paraphrase. Okay, what's trick number four? Trick number four is pause to think without panic. If you freeze, it's okay to take a moment to think. Say something like, "let me think for a second," and take a deep breath. It shows confidence, not weakness.
I love that. Pausing feels scary, but it's better than silence. Why does this work?
Pausing shows you're thoughtful, and it gives your brain time to find words. Natives do this too. They say, "hold on, let me think." It keeps the conversation calm and natural.
I used to panic when I paused, but then I tried saying, 1 sec, let me think, and it worked. People waited patiently, and I felt in control.
Let's try a role play. I'll ask you something at a party, and you pause to think.
Got it. Go ahead.
Okay, what's the best movie you've seen recently?
Pausing. Let me think for a second. I saw this action movie last week. It was so cool.
That was great. The pause made it natural, not awkward. Listeners, try this. Say, "let me think," then answer, "I like to read books." Pause and practice now.
And a tip, smile while you pause. It makes the other person feel comfortable, like you're just thinking, not stuck.
So smart. I remember pausing at a party when someone asked about my favorite food. I said, "hold on, let me think." And it gave me time to say, "I love pizza uff." It worked perfectly. That's trick number four, pause to think.
What's trick number five? Trick number five is use body language to keep the flow. Use your hands, nod, or smile to keep the conversation alive, even if you're searching for words. It shows you're engaged.
Oh, I love this. Body language is like a universal language. How does it help with freezing?
It fills the gap when you're thinking. For example, if you're stuck, nod and smile while saying, good question. It keeps the other person interested. At a party, you might point to something or shrug to show you're still in the conversation.
So true. When I was learning English, I'd nod and smile a lot when I didn't know what to say. It made people keep talking to me, even if I was nervous.
Let's do a role play. We're at a party and you use body language to keep it going.
Okay, using fillers and pausing. "Hey, what's your favorite hobby?"
Pausing, nodding, smiling. Let me think. Gesturing with hands, I really enjoy, playing soccer. Points, what about you? Do you play sports?
That was awesome. The nodding and gestures made it so lively. Listeners, try this. Say, "I like to, travel," and nod, or use your hands, pause, and practice now. And a tip, watch native speakers' body language in videos. They often nod, shrug, or point. Copy one gesture, like a thumbs up, to feel more natural.
Perfect. Okay, let's recap our 5 tricks to stop freezing in conversations.
Here we go. Trick one, use fillers to buy time, like or like. Trick two, ask questions to keep the conversation going. Trick three, paraphrase when you forget words. Trick four, pause to think without panic. Trick five, use body language to keep the flow.
That's such a clear list. These tricks solve real problems, like forgetting words or feeling nervous. They work at parties, in shops, or even at work.
Absolutely. Let's do one final role play to tie it all together. We're at a party. You start and use all five tricks.
Okay, using fillers, pausing, body language. Hi, I'm like new here. Nods love this music. Points, what's your favorite song? Smiles.
As party guest, oh, I love this song too. Let me think. Pauses, nods, I'd say my favorite is pop music. What about you? Gestures.
Using fillers, paraphrasing. I like, the music with like fast beats. Shrugs, it's fun to dance to.
That was amazing. You used fillers, a question, paraphrasing, a pause, and body language. It felt so natural. Listeners, try this. Say, I like love to travel. What about you? With a nod or gesture. Practice now.
And a bonus tip, practice these tricks with a friend or in front of a mirror. It builds confidence. Apps like Speak Now can help you practice conversations too.
Great idea. Oh, let me share a story. When I was learning English, I went to a party and froze when someone asked about my weekend. I said, good, and nothing else. So awkward. But then I learned to use fillers and questions. I said, it was like fun. What about you? And we talked for ages. It changed everything.
That's so inspiring. I had a similar moment. I was at a cafe and the barista asked what I wanted. I froze, but then I said, let me think, and nodded. I ordered, can I get a coffee? And it felt so good to keep going.
Love that. Listeners, think about a time you froze in a conversation. What could you try next time? Maybe a filler or a question. Pause and think about it.
Great idea. And we want to hear from you. Here's our question of the day. Be bold and comment below with your biggest conversation fear. For example, I freeze when I don't know a word or I'm scared of silence. We'll read your comments and cheer you on.
Yes, it's a great way to practice and connect with us. These tricks aren't just about talking, they're about feeling confident and building friendships in English.
So true. I used these at a work meeting once. I said, let me think. Can you explain that? And nodded. It kept the conversation going, and my boss was impressed.
That's awesome. Listeners, these tricks work in real life. Practice them daily and you'll feel like a conversation pro.
Okay, any final tips before we wrap up?
Just one. Start small. Try one trick today, like using in a sentence. Add another tomorrow and smile. It makes every conversation warmer.
Perfect. And remember, you're learning English, so you're already brave. Keep talking, keep trying.
Absolutely. Well, our time is almost up, but we have a big favor to ask our incredible listeners.
Yes, if you love this episode, please subscribe to the How to Better English podcast on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up and share this with anyone learning English.
It helps us grow and reach more learners like you. And don't forget our question of the day. Comment below with your biggest conversation fear. We can't wait to read them.
Oh, and before you go, check out our other videos on the How to Better English podcast channel. Every episode has something new to learn, from pronunciation tips to confidence boosters. You'll find tons of ways to improve your English.
Definitely. Keep exploring our channel for more lessons. Thank you all for listening today. This was so much fun.
It was a blast. Thanks for being an awesome co host. Stay confident, everyone, and keep talking.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye for now.